Good morning, everyone. This is Emmanuel, your certified emotion code and body code practitioner. It is early in the morning, 7:17 a.m. Good times. But just want to do a really quick email session for someone here. I'm just going to keep her name private for now. I'll just call her G. But what's really powerful about this modality, emotion code, body code, discovered by Dr. Bradley Nelson and the Discover Healing team, is that you can do an email session, which means that the person doesn't have to be there with you over the phone. It could be something that's just it's just literally virtual. So it's almost like you can do this thing called via proxy, which means that you're working on behalf of someone. And I found it super convenient because, typically you have to meet with someone in person and you have to push down on their arm, ask certain questions, do muscle testing, and it's could take a little bit more time because you're asking yes and no questions to the body, and the body responds. It being your arm being strong would be a yes. Your arm being weak is a no. So it's kind of like a lie detector test. Obviously, you can't do future lottery numbers, but the subconscious brain can tell us what's really going on in someone's body, why they're dealing with certain symptoms. And so I wanted to do a really quick session on someone who's dealing with some interesting symptoms. So she's dealing with she's 65 years young, and she's dealing with insomnia, and she's also dealing with fatigue. So I'm just gonna like make some notes in the comment section here. So insomnia and fatigue. Okay. And what else? Let me just a lot of stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of throw some things here. Just give me one second. I'm going to be commenting muscle aches, especially left side rib cage. Okay. Brain fog, um, headaches. Okay. Intense. So a lot of symptoms here, a lot of physical symptoms. Now you don't have to have all these physical symptoms to benefit from emotion coding. You could have depression, anxiety, PTSD, or you could have um, you can have relationship blocks, or you can have wealth blocks. It really doesn't matter. She also has diarrhea, stomach pains, and just loss of will. So a lot of stuff going on here. So I just made some notes here on the comment section so you guys can know kind of what she's dealing with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start this session. And so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. And this is the body code system. If you guys haven't seen this before, this is one of the most powerful systems on the planet in regards to helping someone out with their health, their wealth, their emotional state. I've been doing this for over 6 years, meeting with sometimes between 80 to 100 clients a week. Um, our practice, Compass Healing, is the most highly five-star rated practice in the world. It's been such a blessing to do this. And now my co-founder friend, Todd Cahill, and I created an Inside Out Institute where we are helping people. And this is our preferred modality that we use while we're helping people align with transformational coaches and practitioners. And so I want to do a quick session for this wonderful lady here. So if everyone can just take 10 seconds, just send some positive intentions to her, and then I will give you guys the notes so you guys can see kind of what I find here, and we'll just go from there. Okay, so let's get started here. And okay, so we're gonna get started. So here's the fun part. When there's so many different things to work on, we can always ask the body what's the best thing to do. It's kind of like asking your higher self. So what is this higher self? Higher self is your body pretending like, okay, I have no imbalances. I'm like perfect, like a bright light, and there's no negative energies on me. And that's kind of like a wise person to ask, is this person with no imbalances, and saying, okay, out of all these areas here, which ones should we focus on first? So let's see what our body says real quick. Let's see. Is it something on the bottom paragraph or the top? So it's the top paragraph. And then it's saying it's insomnia. Okay, so we're going to work on insomnia here. And let's see if we can uh, see what's going on here. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to go to the notes section here. So her body wants to work on insomnia. Let me make some notes here. Okay. Got the age. Yep. There we go. Okay, perfect. So what's going on with the insomnia? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my fingers to muscle test her. She may be even asleep right now, um, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my fingers to muscle test her. And if I say, for example, there's a method called the ring and ring method, and if I say, for example, my name is Emmanuel, my body says no now. If it says my name is this G word, body says yes. Okay, so now I'm just going to say, okay, what do we need to go here to help out in regards to insomnia? Let's see what comes up here. Okay, so there's says circuits or systems. Okay, let's see where we go from here. Okay, there's some type of disconnection here. Okay, and I'll tell you what these mean in a little bit here. And there's also a spirit to so there's a spirit to physical disconnection. Okay, so spirit to physical disconnection. And let me just double check that real quick. Yeah, that's what it is. So there could be two things for spirit to physical disconnection. One is there's a section of her body that's not connected, this or not communicating the spirit to the physical body, or it could be an organ or gland where the spirit of the organ or gland is kind of sticking out from the physical. That's an interesting thing. So trauma or toxins or any other energies can like make the spirit of an organ or gland stick out from the physical, and then it causes many problems. Immune system functions. It can cause the organ or gland to malfunction. So we're gonna try to figure it out what it is. Let me ask: is this like a portion of your spirit not communicating with your physical body? Your body said no. So is this more like an organ or gland? It is. So we're gonna go ahead, go back to the home page, and let's see what it is because I have no idea. So I'm just letting her body kind of lead me to where I need to go. In this case, it says to go to the systems area. And let's see if we can make this bigger here. So let me see if I can open up this thing here. Okay, and let's just do this. Okay, good. So now, well, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, so now let's see where we need to go here. Let me try to move this to the left here. Let me see if this looks better for you guys. Okay, so there's all these different systems here. So let's see what needs to be looked at here. Yeah, so it's the nervous system. Okay, then we go to the central nervous system, and then we go to the brain, and then where do we go from here? Let's see. Okay, so now we are going to the deep structures. Interesting. And then let's see where we go from here. All right, so it's the pineal gland. Okay, so insomnia. The first place that her body goes to is not just some imbalance with the pineal gland. It's actually a spirit to physical disconnection. So what this means is that again, the spirit of the pineal gland sticking out from the physical. Here's the fun part: is finding out how much the spirit is inside the physical. So is it 100%? Her body said no. So less than 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Wow. So 30, 20, 10, more than 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we're at 16%. Yeah. So that's really low. Yeah. So we got to fix that. So that's why, and if you guys look here, the pineal gland, I know you guys can't see this, but it says here common symptoms of imbalance: insomnia, difficulty planning ahead, eye discomfort, vision problems. She did say she had something here that was kind of brain fog, you know. So this may be affecting her brain fog as well. But anyway, so let's go find out what's going on with this. So pineal gland, 16%, and let's see what we got going here. Okay, there's some type of energy here. There's a reverberation. And let's see what's going on here. Okay, there's a miasm here. And I'll tell you what this is in a second here. Let me just find out where this miasm came from. Let's see. Father side again. Huh. Then the mother side. Okay, so it's interesting. So actually, let me find out where this came from. Let's see. Does this go beyond that last mother there? It does. So 3, 5, 10, less than 10, 9, 8, 10, 9, 8. So this is 9 generations. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and remove this miasm here. So what is a miasm? So a miasm is like when somebody in your family line is dealing with some type of disease and they're trying to fight it off, and as they're fighting it off, it produces a um, that struggle that they have. It produces this weird warped energy called a miasm, which affects the mind, body, and spirit. That gets passed down from family member to family member, and it went and in her generation. We can find out kind of like where it came from. So it came from her father, but then it went to her father. Or, I'm sorry, his father. So now it's the grandfather of the father. Then it went to the grandfather's mother. So father, father, mother, and then it went 9 generations. Usually around the third, I guess, is there any pattern to this? Her body said no. So I said, all right, well, I went up 9 generations. The top person was a woman, like she was, up there. So we just go ahead and remove this miasm here real quick. Okay, so to release this one body said yes. Okay, so we're at 16% no. So cool. So now it's more in the physical. So 16, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So now we're at 42%. So that's a pretty big jump there. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. So we're at 42%. Okay, we're in energies again. There's something mental here, huh? Okay, there's a will to. So will to what? So these, when you have a will to do something, or you have like a temporary desire. Sometimes you can create these will tos, and they have a whole list on these will tos. These are really interesting. These can cause depression too. Let me see what this is. Okay, will to die. Yeah. So will to die is basically like, you being super hard on yourself and you're just like, I need to get out of this life. Like I'm just like I need to take a time out from life. This can cause like suicide ideation, things like that. So if I say, for example, is there an associated imbalance below this? And her body said yes, there's something that's fueling that. So here's the interesting part. So we got to find out what's below this. That's why I love this body code, these charts, because um, what's interesting is you can find out what's below this will to die. And let's see what it is. There's something kind of fueling it. It's kind of like going when you see a weed, instead of just removing will to die, which would be the top of the weed, the associated imbalance is like the roots of it. So I'm trying to figure out what the roots are. If you don't remove the roots, sometimes this will to die shows up again. It's kind of a strange thing. So anyway, so there's an energy here. Let's see what the next, what's kind of fueling this guy. Okay, something emotional. There's a compound here. Okay. And let's see what this is. There's a common emotional compound. Okay. All right. So there's a common emotional compound. I'm gonna say. So what is this? A compound is when you feel two emotions at the same time, right? So let me see. More than one, more than two. Yeah, there's two trapped emotions. And let's see what else we got here. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so there's a common emotional compound, two trapped emotions. I'm gonna say how many. This is either two or three. So picture like two or three that are stuck in a ball of energy. That's kind of what a compound is. So I'm gonna say how many of these trapped emotions do you have in this compound? More than one, more than two, one more than two. Yeah, there's two trapped emotions here. So let me see what the first one is. Let's just look around here. So we'll go back here, and we'll go to the emotion code chart. There we go. All right, so here's the emotion code chart. So let's find out. I'm just gonna muscle test. Is it column B? No, it's column A. So it's even. Yeah, there's an overwhelmed here. Let's see what the next one is. Yeah, it's anxiety. Yeah, so overwhelmed and anxiety, not a good combo. If I want to, I can find out what age this is at. So let me see, what age is this at? Let's see, 65, no, 65, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 40, 30, 20, 26, 27, 28, 29. So it's around 28 years old. Okay. Later on, I'll ask her what happened back then. She'll probably remember, but let's go ahead and remove this overwhelmed and anxiety here. See, is there another common emotional compound? No. Is there something hidden here? No. Is there anything else contributing to this will to die here? Body said no. Something hidden? No. Let's remove this will to die energy here. Okay, so are we at 42%? No. 42, 45, 45, 50, 55. So now we're at 64%. See, we're slowly fixing her pineal gland here. Let's see what else. So at the end of the day, see, our bodies are all energy, you see, and what most people don't know is that 90% of the issues you're dealing with, whether it's your health, um, it's your emotional health, your relationships, your wealth, all that stuff. There could be things that are energetically holding you back. And instead of putting a band-aid on it and taking a pill, it's better to kind of look at what's really going on. And the body knows. So I'm gonna say, what else can we do to move the 64% higher here? It's saying there's some type of pathogen here. Okay, so this is interesting. There's an energy of a pathogen, and let's see what's going on here. Yeah, so there's a prion here. Yeah, there's a prion. So this is if you notice this right here, this little guy here, basically it's like a mutated protein. These can come from eating bad meat, like they call it mad cow disease, or it can come from having heavy metal toxicity in the body that kind of affects the proteins of your body. And there's some prions here. Let me ask her if this is because she had the physical before, and her body said no. So is this even yours? No, is this inherited? It's an inherited one. So you can inherit pathogens. So let me see where this came from. This is from her father, then the mother, then back to the father. Okay, so this pattern continues. This father, mother, father. It does 3, 5, 10, less than 10, 9, 8. So this is 9 generations here. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this inherited prion here. All right, so at least that one body said yes. We at 64%, no, 64, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So now we're at 87%. Cool. See how we're kind of like bringing it closer and closer. All right, so now let's go back to the home page. Let's see what else we find here. Okay, so 87%. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, some type of energy here. There's something post-traumatic, and there's a physical emotional shock. Let me see if that's right. Actually, no, it's the recovery interference energy. This can mean like a kind of like inflammation energy. So I'm just going to say, is there an associated imbalance below this? Actually, bias says no. Something hidden? No. Let's go and remove this recovery interference energy. Are we at 87%? No, 87, 90, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, cool. So now we're at 100%. So now I'm going to go ahead and have the intention to sort of reconnect the spiritual, the physical pineal gland, make sure it's communicating properly and it's centered in it. Okay, so good. So I'm going to put reset the spiritual to physical pineal gland. Okay, good. All right, so now that we're at 100%, I'll say, is there something else we need to do in regards to insomnia here? Okay, so it says no. So let's move to somewhere else here. Let's see if we can kind of look around here. Let's look at her her symptoms again. What do we need to look at here? Okay, so it's actually her body wants to work on fatigue. Okay, so we got fatigue here. So let's see what's going on with this one here. So we got, let's go back here, take my notes. Okay, so body wants to work on fatigue. So she's tired. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, something to do with energy here. Okay, something offensive here. What's this? Okay, there is an entity here. Interesting. Okay, so I need everyone to be a little bit more open-minded here. So entities, there's so many kinds of these. These are basically they're things that are unseen. They're on the other side. They could be people who have passed away and their spirits are kind of lingering around here. And a lot of people believe in this, some people don't, but I've seen this change. See, at the end of the day, if I see massive amounts of change in my clients because I release one of these, then obviously it proves the fact that they're there. And a lot of the symptoms, people think that there's something wrong with me. I have a chemical imbalance. Maybe not. Maybe you have actually the first symptom of an entity is fatigue. You can have physical discomfort. I had a client in Europe who had a lot of physical discomfort in her body, and we removed a couple of these, and literally her discomfort went down almost 70, 80%. Negativity and mood issues here. Let me do one thing real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Okay, sorry guys. Now I'm public. Okay. So sorry, my Facebook was not public. That's okay. All right. So but I now made it public, so now everyone can see it. So anyway, so I am working on fatigue. I just found an entity here that there's a issue here. So let's see what's going on with this entity here. So first of all, how many do you have? Just one of these? No, more than one. Yes. One, two, three. One, two, three, four. Yeah, you have three of these. Okay, so three of these entities here. We're working with. I'm going to keep her name private, but it's basically G. So I'll just say her name is G, and she talks about we were just working on insomnia, and she basically had a pineal gland imbalance. Right now, what I notice is that she is there's also fatigue as well. So we're doing an email session on her, and look at all the symptoms of someone who may have an entity connected to them. She has three of them. So the question I need to ask though before I kind of remove these guys is, do I um, like what attracted them in the first place? So is this like is there something that attracted these entities or would attract them in the future? And her body said yes. I'm gonna make a note of that. So the question is, what attracted these guys? Let me see. So let's go back here. Um, okay, some type of energy here. Um, something mental here. There's a will to. There's another will to here. Yeah. So will to what? Let's see. Will to. Let's see. Will to hate self. Interesting. All right, so will to hate self. I want to say there's an associated imbalance below this one. Her body said yeah. So there's something even fueling that. This will to hate self. Let's see where this came from. And obviously, entities love that when we hate ourselves and everything. So let's see what could be fueling this guy here. Okay, she has an allergy to something. Huh. Yeah, let me see. It's an idea allergy. Okay, so she has an idea allergy. And usually, what this means here is um, when you have an ID allergy, it means that there's something you're allergic to. How many of you guys put a one down there if you've ever felt triggered before? Um, you know, uh, like something triggers you. So that's go ahead and put a one down there if that's happened to you. So what an idea allergy is like you can get triggered by a certain idea. She has one of these, so I'm gonna try to figure out. I know these are kind of small for you guys, but I'll tell you which one it is real quick. Let me see. Um, okay, so is it joy? No. So she has an allergy to happiness. This is interesting. So that's interesting. So basically what happens is like picture this. It's almost like I'm gonna go on a road to be happy. Like everyone has that, like I'm gonna be a happy person, right? The problem is you let's say you go on that journey and all this trauma happens. Your body, your subconscious records everything that happens on that journey to quote unquote happiness. And if it's not good, there's a lot of trauma involved. Now the body's like, whoa, let's not go down that road because you know what happens last time you try to become happy. So your subconscious is trying to save you from more pain, from creating new emotional, energetic baggage. So now her body says, I have an allergy to happiness. You see how that could kind of fuel this will to hate self. So I'm just going to ask, is there an associated imbalance below this allergy? And guess what? Her body said yes. Okay, so let's find out why she has this allergy here. Let's see. Okay, some type of energy here. Um, yeah, something mental here. Yeah, she has a memory field. Yeah, so memory field is kind of like it's easy for her to access traumatic memories. So if I say, for example, is this all your memories in general? No. Is this like an event? No, a similar events. There we go. So it's similar events throughout life. Okay, let's find out. It's almost like picture like a cloud of memories in front of your eyes, and usually there's a theme to it. I like to sometimes get even more detective and be like, what's the theme of your memory field? Let me see. Yeah, it's self abuse. That's interesting. Yeah, so she, in her journey of trying to be happy, she has many memories where she was being very hard on herself. And now there's these clouds of memories of look at all the times you were hard on yourself, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this memory field of self-abuse. So is there anything else contributing to this ideology of happiness? Now our body says no. Let's go and remove this ideology of happiness. I'll say now, is there anything else contributing to this will to hate self? Good. Now our body says no. Anything hidden here? No. Let's go and remove this will to hate self here. Let's release that one there. Good. Is there anything else that's attracting this these entities here? See, now our body says no. Is there anything hidden here? No. So let's get rid of this. I keep it very simple. I just say this. In the name of the Creator, I ask you to leave G alone, to never bother her ever again. And I send you to the light. So do you have any more of these entities? Now her body says no. Are there any hidden ones around her? Good. So the body says no. So I consider entities like little flies, like Dr. Bradley Nelson, like, people always, watch scary movies of these like entities and like, and these like scary things in the house, haunted stuff. But really he just says they're just like flies, just like they're annoying. And you can cast them out pretty quickly. Even a kid who's 5 years old can just say the words in the name of the Creator, leave me alone or leave this person alone, and that kid can have that power. With that power, of course, the Creator, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, can remove those entities. But what's really powerful with the body code is it's very important to remove the things below it that attracted them in the first place. Otherwise, it's kind of like you kick them out of the house and then all of a sudden they show up again. And then the person starts dealing with depression again. So I'm going to make a note here, no entities here. Anything else that may be causing this fatigue that you have? Her body still said yes. Okay, so, and do you still want to work on that? Yeah, so her body's like, okay, I really want to work on her energy, So let's see what's going on here. And let's see. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go. Her body still wants to work on fatigue. Okay, so let's find out what's going on here. And yeah, so it's circuits or systems here. What else can we find here? Yeah, some type of disconnection. Interesting. Okay, so I had a feeling about this, but I always like to muscle test this. And she has a spirit out of body. If you guys see this over here. So guess what spirit out of body? Look at the first symptom. It's interesting. You guys want to see something kind of cool here. What's the first symptom of spirit out of body? Is fatigue. So here we go again. So there's two things that cause fatigue. And with spirit out of body, it's really interesting. You can picture this. It's almost like your spirit sticking out of your body. And it's like now you're dragging your body around. Everything is kind of heavy. Everything is a drag. Everything is dread. So the more your spirit's out of your body, that's what it feels like, and that's what she has. So this doesn't help her out. So let's see what I like to kind of get more picky and be like, what's the percentage of her spirit body in her physical? Let's just find out. Is it 100%? No, less than 190, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40. Huh? So 190, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40. More than 40. 5, 46, 47, 48. See, she's at 47%. Yeah, it's definitely kind of like half. So half of her spiritual body's in her body. The rest of it's not, Let's find out what's going on with that. Let's see why she has that. Let me see. Okay, the first thing is there's some toxins here. Okay, so why is this kind of toxins? She has excess something. And yeah, so it's stress hormones. Yeah, just some excess toxic cortisol. She lives a very stressful life. Your cortisol could be up. It's like the number one silent killer of the body is the cortisol. And there's some products out there that you can take, like some greens. I'm trying to remember what they're called. I think one of them is called Organifi. There's a green juice one that's really good, and it actually the main purpose is to lower your cortisol. And have it in the morning with some almond milk, and it tastes like a latte, and it's really good. Have it cold, stir it up in a blender. Good to go. That could probably help out. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this excess toxic cortisol here. So sometimes if the body's super stressed out, the spirit wants to eke out. It's like, I just want to take a little break. So are we at 47%? No, 47, 50, 55, 60. So now we're at 59%. Okay, so let's see what else we can do here. Okay, let's go to some type of energy here. Interesting, something post-traumatic. And she also has a physical emotional shock. So this is if like something happens to her and she's like, whoa, didn't know that was going to happen, like kind of shocks her, kind of like an emotional sucker punch, if you will. I'm going to say, is there an associated imbalance below that? Her body said no. Okay, something hidden below it, no. So let me find out. I can ask what age this was. Let's see. Yeah, it's around 51. Okay, so let's go and remove this physical emotional shock. Okay, and are we at 59%? No, 59, 60, 65, 70, 75. So now we're at 72%. See how we're slowly moving the spiritual body back into the physical here. There's some type of energy here. Let's see what else we got here. There's also some type of reverberation. Okay, so she has an emotional reverberation. So it's kind of like a ringing energy from an emotional moment. Okay, still ringing in the body. So if you have a very emotional moment, you may have these reverberations. Like you guys see this little this bell over here. Whoops, hold on a second, guys. This bell. Yeah, it's kind of this ringing energy. It's not the actual bell in your body. It's just like a very emotional moment, and what's left is that ringing. So and so it's maybe easy for you to feel that emotion. Actually, that's what that is. So let me find out what emotion is tied to this. Let's see real quick. Let's go to the emotion code chart, and let's see what emotion is attached to this. Let's see here. Um, So this one is vulnerability, like a ringing energy of vulnerability, right? So that's interesting. So where did that come from? Let's see. 65, 60, 61, 62, 63. That's around 62. So a ringing energy of feeling vulnerable. It could be emotional vulnerability, it could be physical. Let's go ahead and just remove this vulnerability here. Okay, is there another emotional reverberation? Body says no. Something hidden, no. So let's see. Are you at 72, 75, 80, 85, 95, 43? Good. So now we're at 93%. Is your body still open to move your spiritual body back into your physical? Her body said yes. Okay, so I'm just going to keep digging here. Let's see if we get this to 100% here. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, some type of energy here. There's something mental here. Yeah, now she has a no will to. No will to can cause symptoms of depression, So, but no will to what? Let's find out. No will to. Yeah, it's hmm. No will to trust others. Okay. Is there an associated imbalance below this one? No. Something hidden? No. Again, I don't. Do I need to know more about this no will to trust others? Her body says no, but I could ask if I want. Where did this come from? I mean, it really doesn't matter, but I don't need to know. That's what's kind of cool about this is you can keep privacy as much as you want. If something kind of tragic or something very private happened to you, you never have to tell your emotion code or body code practitioner. But we can find out the age for you if you want, or who did this to you or whatever. But there's no. Sometimes the body's like, I don't need to know that. I already know where it is, and you've already located it. Just remove it. So if I ask, for example, do we need to know more? See, her body says no. So let's just go and remove this no will to trust others here. So are we at 93%? No, 93, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, cool. So now we're at 100%. All right. So now I have the intention to put your spiritual body back into your physical, exactly where it belongs. Okay. So now you had 100% in there. Body said yes. So I'm going to put spirit in physical body. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it's so interesting. There's so many truths in the movie Ghost. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze, but I remember Dr. Brad shared a story where I think he went to the hospital, or I think one of his clients or somebody went to the hospital and saw someone who just got into a car accident. And they were lying down on the bed, but it was crazy. It was almost like the spirit was sticking out of his physical body. Um, and it was almost like it was just hanging on by a foot, so all the spiritual body was out. So due to trauma, if you have enough trauma, little by little your spirit starts like sticking out, and then everything becomes a drag. Your body is fatigued. Your immune system is low. It's almost like you kind of want to escape your body. Obviously, if you go to 0% spirit and physical body, you're not here anymore. You're probably experiencing a near death experience, and you're probably witnessing some things on the other side. But most of us, you never know. Some of your friends and family who have fatigue all the time could just be their spiritual bodies just sticking out from their physical. So I'll say, is there anything else we can do in regards to fatigue here? Her body says no. Okay, is there something else we can work on here? Open more healing, more healing. Okay, yeah. So that's kind of where her body wants to stay. We did a lot of work here. So we worked on her sleeping, like her sleeping. Her pineal gland was very low, it was at 16%, and now we got it up to 100%. So let's see if she can sleep better the next few days. And then also her fatigue was her body wanted to work on fatigue, and there were two things that were really bothering her: entities, and also her spirit was out of her physical body. So let's just see what happens with her. And I really hope that. This is there's some questions here. Yeah, Organifi is great. Oh yeah, yeah, it's good, right? Ro, will you be MT to see how much that supplement will work with her? Will you be MT? What is MT? Good question. I don't know what MT is. But yeah. So basically, let's do this, guys. So I'm grateful that you guys got to see this, and this is someone that was dealing with symptoms of fatigue and also insomnia. So let's hopefully we'll get a good review from her if she plans to kind of show her face about obviously keeping her name private here, but oh, muscle test. We must see how much that supplement will work with her. Organifi. No, I didn't. Organifi is just. Uh, I mean, I can do that, but it's usually like standard, like one scoop or two scoops in a shake here. If she does buy it and she says, "Hey, I did buy it. Can you muscle test?" I'll do that. But obviously, again, some clients they buy what I recommend. Sometimes they don't. But yeah, this isn't recommended by. It isn't recommended by Body or the Body Code app. It was just something that I've given to some clients that have seen good results. Obviously, Ro was one of them that appreciated Organifi. It's a great drink, tastes really good. The main product is the green juice one, which everyone's like, oh no, not green juice. But I'm telling you, with vanilla almond milk stirred up in a blender, it's really good, actually, and it's cold, if served chilled, amazing. So, but yeah, I think that's a good question. So, but yeah, well, if she does decide to buy it, then I will muscle test it for her. You can test how much supplements she needs or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset her heart chakra, and then I'm gonna program her body to process easily, peacefully, and effectively. And then oh, cool. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely try it out. It has a recommended usage of it, just like one or two scoops. I'm trying to remember what it is, but just use what's recommended on there. Yeah, the gold one's good too. I think that's the, is that the, I don't know if that's the workout one row or if that's the going to bed one. But yeah, there's like a green one, a gold one, and a red one. I think the red one, I wasn't really a big fan of the red one. I don't know, something about the taste. I can't do it. But the gold one, I haven't tried. But if Rose says it's good, fantastic. The green one is for sure. It's a home run for sure. The green one's amazing, and like I said, it lowers cortisol. You may be able to stabilize your fat in your body. Like if you're trying to lose weight or whatever, it's good because if you have less cortisol, it means all your organs are working better, and you can lose weight. Again, that's the number one reason for obesity and disease is actually cortisol. So. Oh, for sleep. Okay, got it. All right, guys. Well, everyone have an amazing day today. Thank you guys for attending here, and I will keep you updated on how she is doing. Take care.